The Stoic way to handle criticism without anger. Criticism. It's something we all face. From friends, strangers, co-workers, even family. Words are spoken about us, sometimes kindly, sometimes cruelly. And what happens inside us? Most of us feel the sting. We get defensive. We get angry. We want to fight back. We want to prove them wrong. But here's the truth. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers of resilience and wisdom, saw criticism differently. They believed that criticism is not something to fear, not something to fight, but something to transform. Today, let's explore the Stoic way to handle criticism without anger. The human struggle with criticism. Imagine this. You've worked hard on something. Maybe it's a project. Maybe it's a part of yourself. You're proud of it. Then someone says, "That's not good enough." Or worse, "You're not good enough." Your heart races. Your mind burns. You feel the fire of anger rising. Why? Because deep down, we tie our worth to how others see us. We let their words define our peace. But the Stoics remind us our peace is ours to guard. Epictetus once said, "If someone speaks badly of you, don't defend yourself. Simply reply, 'He did not know the rest of my faults, or he would not have mentioned only these.'" That's not weakness. That's strength. That's freedom. Because the one who cannot be controlled by insults is the one who truly controls himself. Why anger hurts more than criticism? The Stoics believe anger is the true enemy, not criticism. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Think about that. When someone criticizes you unfairly, they've thrown you a spark. But when you respond with anger, you fuel it into a fire. You burn yourself more than they burn you. Criticism itself is harmless, just words in the air. It's our judgment of those words that wounds us. Seneca said it best, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Words themselves have no power. They are mere vibrations of air. It is our ego that assigns weight to them, our pride that makes them heavy, and our anger that turns them into weapons. The Stoic reframe of criticism. So, how did the Stoics suggest we handle criticism? They turned it into a mirror. When criticized, you ask, "Is it true? If so, I should be grateful. Someone has shown me my weakness." And if it's false, then you ask, "Why should I be upset by what is untrue? If I know myself, their words cannot harm me." This is radical freedom, because in both cases, you win. Criticism either gives you a lesson or it reveals ignorance in others. It's like martial arts. You use your opponent's energy against them. The harder the blow, the greater the opportunity to strengthen your balance. The ego's trap. Why do we get so angry at criticism? Because our ego wants to be untouchable. We want to be admired, loved, respected. And criticism shatters that illusion. But the Stoics remind us, you are not your reputation. You are not what others say. You are only your character, your reason, your choices. Epictetus told his students, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. That's hard, but it's liberating. Because the moment you stop needing everyone's approval, criticism loses its chains on you. Ask yourself, do I want to be praised or do I want to be free? Learning from the enemy. The Stoics saw critics as unexpected teachers. Cato the Younger, one of Rome's great Stoics, was mocked endlessly in the Senate. He wore the same plain cloak day after day. He rejected luxury. His rivals jeered at his simplicity. But he never lashed out He never lowered himself to anger. Instead, he used their mockery as proof of his integrity. He lived his philosophy so openly that even enemies admitted, Cato cannot be bribed or bent. Your critic may wound your pride, but they can also sharpen your soul. Think about athletes. The harshest coaches often bring out the greatest champions. The Stoic sees criticism in the same way, painful but useful. Building inner armor. Marcus Aurelius had perhaps the most powerful practice for criticism. Each morning, he reminded himself, "Today you will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." Do you see the wisdom? He armored himself before criticism came. He prepared his mind for the blows of words, so when they came, he was unshaken. We can do the same. Instead of expecting praise, expect resistance. Instead of expecting admiration, expect misunderstanding. That way, when praise comes, it is a gift. And when criticism comes, it is no surprise. Practical Stoic exercises. So, how can you practice this today? 1. The pause. When criticized, do not react instantly. Count to 5, breathe. Remember, the gap between stimulus and response is where freedom lives. 2. The question. Ask, is there truth here? If yes, use it. If no, discard it. Both paths free you. 3. The perspective. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Will this criticism matter? Most of the time, the answer is no. 4. The reversal. Thank your critic silently. Without them, you'd have no chance to practice patience, humility, or self-control. 5. The practice of indifference. Write down the harshest words ever spoken to you. Read them out loud until they lose their sting. See them for what they are, just sounds, just letters. The Stoics trained daily for inner battles. We too must rehearse so that when criticism comes, we meet it with calm. The ultimate Stoic secret. If your peace depends on others' opinions, you'll never be free. Epictetus taught, if you wish to be invincible, do not enter into a contest in which victory is not within your power. You cannot control whether people criticize you, but you can control whether it rules you. When your self-worth comes from living with virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, then no critic can touch you, because you already know who you are. The modern application. Think about today's world. Social media. Every post, every picture, every video invites a flood of comments. Some kind, some cruel. It's easy to drown in the noise, to fight with strangers, to let a few harsh words ruin your day. But what if, like Marcus Aurelius, you saw those words as wind? What if you chose to live for virtue instead of applause? Then you'd find peace in a world addicted to noise. The truth is, criticism is the price of being visible. The only way to avoid it is to do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. But the Stoic knows, better to be criticized for virtue than to be praised for vanity. Criticism is not your enemy. Anger is. The Stoic path is not about avoiding life's storms, but learning to walk calmly through them. So when you face your next critic, choose wisdom, not anger. Choose strength, not pride. Choose the Stoic way. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, remember, living stoically is not about avoiding life's storms, but learning to walk calmly through them. So when you face your next critic, choose wisdom, not anger. Choose strength, not pride. Choose the Stoic way. Thank you for watching. If you found value here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and keep walking the Stoic path with us.